Alright, so quick close-up of everything. So this is the one that obviously just came out of the truck. What's up guys, DIY Salvage Guy here. Welcome back to the channel. Today's episode, we're going to be getting that steering up and running so that we can actually turn the wheel and be good with that. We're also going to try to get the starter off, but we have a couple issues, so we're going to come back in the next episode and get that taken care of as well. So if you guys are new here, thanks so much for being here. Hope you guys enjoyed the channel. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about this stuff. Also, make sure you guys follow me on all the socials at DIY Salvage Guy. And also make sure you guys are copping some merch down below. That way you can help support the channel. That way I can grow and get better and better every single day. All my returning viewers and subscribers, thank you guys so much for being here, continuing to support me. One thing I do want to point out with this, guys, I am working in the middle of a field. I'm supposed to be moved into a house, but had some issues getting in there as of now. But I just want to point out that I'm DIYing this in the middle of a parking lot. So let me know what is holding you back from just doing something like this. If I could do this in the middle of a parking lot with no prior experience, you guys should be able to do this wherever you're at as well. Let's hop into this right now. Alright guys, today's episode is going to be a little bit different, and by different I mean that I forgot my camera, so I'm using my phone. So I'm not going to be able to film the entire time what I'm doing, but I'm going to keep you guys updated as much as possible throughout this. So what I did was I went out to local auto parts store and I picked up a starter and a solenoid. I cannot get this truck started, so what I'm hoping is that the solenoid is bad, but I actually can't find it. So I'm going to keep tracing these wires to see if I could find the solenoid anywhere. I've heard that it's on the passenger side fender, which is where my accident was, but I don't see it anywhere, so I'm a little confused by that. The wire that I see is running straight to the actual starter itself, so I'm going to keep looking, but if anyone knows where it is on this vehicle, that'd be extremely helpful. So I'm looking in here, I don't see it anywhere. I mean, there's a couple wires hanging all over the place that were tucked under the fender itself, but yeah, I don't see anything here, so I'll keep searching, but and try to keep you guys as updated as I possibly can. So the only things that are holding this on, got these 3 bolts here, and we got 2 power steering lines in there that we got to take out. We're going to start by just loosening these up when we get to the power steering things as well. And this is for the gearbox. Alright, so before we take out the starter, we're actually just going to try to get the power steering gearbox out. So it is right down there. You see the 2 lines coming out of it. We have a bolt that we need to take out right in there. So we're going to be doing all that now. I got a pan so that the power steering fluid doesn't go all over the ground. And I'm just going to try to get that out. Hopefully I don't take the tire off. I might need to, but looks like I might have a decent amount of access in order to do what I need to do. This truck is extremely heavy, obviously, and the ground that I'm on is not the most secure, so the jack stands are kind of just pushing right into the ground. So right now we're just going to see what we can do. If not, we'll take it off, take the tire off, and we'll do what we got to do with that. So, all right, so we got that bolt out. So the last thing we need to do is take out those 2 power steering hoses. So we're going to do that. But before I do that, I just want to show you guys real quick. Steering wheel needs to be straight. I got it locked in with the seatbelt right now. So hoping that I can keep it straight here. I don't even know if it's straight. The wheels don't work. I don't know where it's supposed to be. I think this is in the center because I can go 1 full turn to the left. I can go 1 full turn to the right. So I'm hoping this is where it is. I'm hoping that the steering gearbox is straight right now. So just trying to keep it in place so that it doesn't turn, hoping that the seatbelt will actually work. If not, we'll deal with that next problem as it comes, guys. So little by little, we're hopping through this. We got the lines out. Well, the first one's out. It's just kind of draining. We have the bucket down below to catch all the power steering fluid. Second one is ready to come out as well. Then we just gotta drop these bolts, these 3 bolts over here. They're loosened already, and then we just need to get everything else out and down and put the new one in. Alright, so trying to keep you guys as updated as possible here. We backed out these 3 bolts. You can still see the power steering fluid kind of dripping right down into the basin that we have. But it's ready to come out. All we really need to do is just kind of slide it over. So that's really all we have to do. And let's just make sure our steering wheel is still good. Steering wheel is still looking straight, so that's good. So hopefully this will just be a nice easy swap out. But, you know, working on cars, nothing's ever easy. Sorry I can't kind of show you guys what I'm doing with this, but making do the best I can. Alright, so you guys can see, got the old one out. We're going to swap this out now with the new one. I'll show you guys a quick comparison side by side. Alright, so quick close-up of everything. So this is the one that obviously just came out of the truck. When it was in the accident, the whole shaft for the pitman arm got completely cut off. So that's why we're replacing it. I don't know if this was still good or not, but either way we have to get a new one, and that's what we did. So it was cut off pretty well. You guys can see the difference here. This one's nice, not covered in corrosion and rust and everything. And we got that nice little area to actually put our pitman arm on and get everything all buttoned up. So this thing's a little heavy. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it myself because I have to lift it up and also put the bolts in, and that might be extremely difficult, but we'll see what we can do. Hopefully we can get it done. All right, so we got the steering rack or pinion, whatever this thing is, steering gearbox ready to go. We have to get this pitman arm on, and what we're going to do is actually get it on now because there's not going to be enough space while we're in there. I want to do my best to kind of get this in now. Hopefully I can make this bolt super tight. I'm not certain. Hopefully this won't turn at all, but I only have a wrench and I don't have anything to kind of counter hold this with, so I might be in a pickle. But we're gonna see. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and we'll we'll come back tomorrow or later and we'll give it a shot again. So we're going to hammer this down a little bit, get that on, then we're gonna put this massive bolt on, nut, and then we're gonna get it back up into the car, and then that should be that. So we got this massive wrench, so we're just gonna give this a couple turns, and hopefully we can tighten it up all the way without worrying about this whole thing turning. So we hammered it on a little bit, and so we're going to do that now. Alright guys, quick update. We got the steering column, steering gearbox back in, so we had to put that back on in there. We had to slide it back. The steering wheel seemed to hold good, so we're good with that. I was able to do it by myself. Put the pitman arm on first and got it all down here. Got these all bolted up, so I just have to tighten these a little bit. And I'm going to see if I can tighten that bolt on the pitman arm a little bit more, but I'm not certain what we're going to be able to do. This might, just be a get it done type of job, and then we'll kind of fix it later on. But so show you guys down here. So we got it all back on, looking nice down here. Got it all kind of working good. This should turn very nicely now. So now the only things that we still need to do before we can hopefully drive this thing is get the tie rod connected over here. But you guys remember that I kind of made a mistake and might not be able to actually get that bolt out now, but we'll see. Next thing we're going to do is see about getting the starter replaced and see if we can get this thing up and running. I can do my best to kind of show you guys this. So car won't start, it just clicks. So what I'm going to do is try to get these bolts off for the starter. I can't find a solenoid anywhere. I was hoping it would just be a solenoid, but I traced the wire all the way back. I can't find it. I don't know if Ford stopped using them or not. I don't know. It's just weird though, because I found it at the parts store and I bought it and it said it was for my car, but I can't find it anywhere, and it doesn't look like anything is going anywhere else besides directly to the starter. So the only wires that I see this back here, which is a ground. Then you have these two wires here, So I'm going to start by taking these two bolts off. I'm going to scuff it up a little bit. Maybe the issue is that it's all rusted. Then I'll put it back on, reconnect the battery, see if that works. If not, we're going to swap out the starter and see if that works. So I'm not going to be able to film this, guys. Going to do my best to kind of just show you the progress that I'm going. I'm under the truck, so really hard to really do anything. But so little by little, we'll get this done and I'll keep you guys updated. Got the couple bolts off of the starter here. So I think this might be the issue. When I took let's see, where is it? I took that wire off, the bolt kind of just snapped. So yeah, too much corrosion up there. It could be also a faulty ground wire as well, which might have been that. So there might have just been no connection at all up there, which could very well be the problem. But either way, this starter is officially no good anymore. So we are going to try to get that out now. Looks like it's 3 bolts. I can only spot 2 of them. So the third one will be fun to try to find and try to get out. I'm hoping that these bolts are in good shape and that they will come right out. If not, we're gonna have some issues. All right, so that's gonna do it for today. Quick update. We were not able to get the starter bolts out. They're 10 millimeter and my 10 millimeter just stripped the hell out of it. I was able to get one out and that was the easiest one to get out. The second one, which should be easy to get out, is stripped beyond belief. I can't get a 10 millimeter on there. My 3/8, the same way that I got the bottom one out, I can't hammer it on hard enough in order to get it on there, in order to get a strong enough grip on there. My other thing that I use in order to kind of grab stripped bolts, that broke. So I'm going to try to pick up another one of those. Hopefully I can get another one and be able to get that out. And then the top one, which is technically the hardest one to get off, I haven't touched yet. So I'm going to go get some more 10 millimeters and hopefully be able to get that off without having to deal with the same BS that I'm dealing with now. But either way, I need 3 new bolts. So I need to get that, and eventually we'll be able to get this thing started. Hopefully it's a starter. I don't even know what it is anymore, but that's my update. We'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to hit Home Depot, and we'll deal with it then, guys, little by little. That's going to do it for today's episode, guys. We got the steering all up and running. We're having some issues with the starter, but we're going to take care of that. So if you guys are new here, thanks so much for being here. Make sure you guys like, comment, interact with me, subscribe. Also, make sure you guys have your post notifications on. Everyone else, thank you guys so much for being here and continuing to support me. Make sure you guys also cop some merch. We got the link down below. And I'll catch you guys next time. Hopefully you guys will be inspired by this and just pick up a wrench, buy a car, do whatever you need to do. Just try to become a DIY salvage guy yourself.